Morning, afternoon, folks. I'm just on Crystal Cove Beach, an actual proper bit of holiday stuff. Yeah, but I've obviously got all my camera stuff, so it's never a holiday, it's work mode. So yeah, we went to the famous Shake Shack. For those of you that don't know, it's a little sort of burger fish and chip hut that overlooks the sea, the ocean. And we were going to eat on the beach at the Beachcomber. And for fish and chips, I think it was $23. And we found out at the Shake Shack, it was $17.99. So no brainer. We went up and we got seated straight away. There was a bit of a wait to the Beachcomber anyway. But the views were definitely better up there. So whatever you want, if you want a bit more of a restaurant feel, you go down. And on the beach here, as you can see, it's very beautiful. So I'll just do a spin. I know there's going to be a bit of sun flare there, lens flare. But yeah, we're just walking south. We've been to the restaurant. And nothing much. I've been taking video of what's going on the beach and listening to these cliffs. There's little chirps. So I'm always hoping when you're by the sea or the ocean that things fly in from out there and land here for a feed or a rest. So I'm listening, and I'm also zigzagging over to the beach. And as usual, lots of sanderling running around, and they're very calm around humans. Yeah, I could probably get within 6 feet and they wouldn't be too bothered. Yeah, no, nothing else, no Dunlin, nothing smaller, no least sandpipers, no Dunlin. Actually, in fact, to my right, yeah, there's a flock of about 6 or 7 at this very time. And then I've seen willet, quarter crab, little crab. The hunting is exceptionally good here. Also with it, the Hudsonian Whimbrel, they just refer to it, as far as I know, as the Whimbrel here. They don't say Eurasian or Hudsonian here, it's just Whimbrel. And I've yet to get the flight photo so I can compare it with the European one, show you the difference, how to identify them. Actually, I might have done it, but this holiday has been manic. But yeah, they were catching crabs as well. Saying manic, yesterday, after spending 5.5 hours at that water treatment works, I didn't want to birding. I didn't do any more birding that day. I was wiped. I went to bed very tired, and I woke up with no enthusiasm to go out, which is good. It's finally hitting me. I'm looking forward to going home for a rest. Tomorrow, the flight is at 10:30 at night, so we literally have the whole day. And I am going to hammer it tomorrow as much as possible. I'm telling everybody, family, blah, 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 that I'm getting up early, I'm going out, and I want the last 2 or 3 hours at sunset for that, and then I can do whatever in between when it's too hot, and later that night we can casually get to the airport and relax, get there about sort of maybe 7 with lots of time to spare, return the car. Anything else? There's even a black phoebe out there taking the great pickings of all the little flies and insects. I've seen that jumping around. And I think I got one sharp on my camera. Really struggled to focus on this red-tailed hawk. I must have taken 20 photos of it going around. I think I've got one semi-usable one just as we were coming down the path. What you do is you park on the other side. We had a free parking permit for some reason. I think it's $15 or $5 an hour. You can get a bus down, or you can walk. Walk is easy. The walk is very easy as long as you've got good mobility. You walk through a tunnel and there you are. You're at this little kind of beachy, kind of tiny little village with some shops and restaurants and lots of restrooms. Don't worry, plenty of restrooms down here. And yeah, so we're going to get over to the rocks now and see if there's anything like black turnstone. It's not photography weather or video weather. It's just, if anything's rare, I'm going to get it. Or I'm just down here to tell you what you can expect to see. For the maximum wildlife, you're going to want to go to Bolsa Chica or proper reserve. The beach is okay for a nice walk and the odd bird. Right, let's see how this goes. This is an interesting scenario. Just going to keep my distance. There's a great white egret right there behind me. Yeah. It's weird, it's just flying around. It came out of someone's backyard and it landed in the road over there. I was just going back to my car to look for it. I saw it land in someone's front garden and I thought, well, surely not. And I did. It was right there in front of people's cars. So, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what that's all about. Dogs have gone after it and people, and it's run away. It's flown away, so. Yeah, nope, yeah. Bit jumpy. Cars are going by it and it's not moving. See? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to angle this because there are lots of children playing, so got to be careful. Anyway, very odd. Right, so it was just a smash and grab, a quick 1 hour before the sunset. And as you saw, the great white egret was flying all around the road, landing on posts, letting people get pretty close. Must be a resident here. I've not seen him on the 4 visits I've been here. Very bizarre, cool. Other than that, down the end of the road, a red-shouldered hawk on this tree. And I saw him from a mile away, but what happened was when I got here, I heard a raven calling, so I kind of ignored it and thought it was the raven, and I got about having a look around what was going on. As I made my way down, I went, that head's very round, and sure enough, it was a red-shouldered hawk. So I got my fill of tripod footage, full body, then, you know, upper as close in as my 4K crop could get, like just the head and shoulders, it looking around, and just, yeah, filled my boots. I mean, I was waiting for it to dive off. I kept saying it looking below me because below is a fence with lots of sparrows eating in the mud, in the dirt, and the bushes, the white-crowned, and I don't know if there are any golden crown, but is it golden crowned? Yeah, golden crowned sparrows, and some yellow rump warblers. But it didn't move, it didn't go for any of them. And eventually when it did take off, almost what happened was, I wouldn't have been able to capture it, was the same thing that happened yesterday, where a Cassin's kingbird suddenly jumped out of nowhere and started chasing it. And I just thought, imagine if this happens in the day and I can get a photo of the Cassin's kingbird. I mean, on a raven's good enough, I mean, amazing enough. Imagine if I can get it on a raptor of some type. The dream. So folks, if you are over here and you see these Cassin's kingbirds, which are everywhere, and you see raptors, watch out, because if those two come together, you're going to get some spectacular footage and photos. If you can get that surfing shot, oof, so good. I've missed my opportunity this time, unless some miracle happens tomorrow. But at least I've got a little bit of video to prove it happens. And yeah, I got some stills as well. I had to get stills, and I was waiting until it looked at me and then fired off. And because I was using a very slow shutter speed, I was keep the ISO low. Backlit, I'll be able to clean that up a little bit, as you can see. But obviously this was just before it took off. And then the raven, which was calling, I thought, okay, it's in good light, just record a bit of video, and here's the call. And it was after that that I turned around and saw the great white egret head off behind me. And just, I mean, I walked up here just to get away from this playground. I've never seen so many kids. I was like sweating profusely walking around trying to angle the camera to, not to look weird. And I think I've heard a few people say, oh, it's the camera guy. You know, walking around, they must see me in their cameras and they come here for their walks. But a bird landed in a tree here. It was very dark on my left, up the top of the park. And it was a dark-eyed junco. I think that's the first one I've seen, and I might have seen one. And the yellow-breasted chat that keeps coming up on my Merlin, I don't know where it is. I've never seen it. And a couple of other ones it was pulling up was like a ringneck pheasant. I didn't see it. A peacock. But yeah, so anyway, a nice little smash and grab. Going to hit it hard tomorrow, make my excuses with the family and my wife and say, look, when we get home, honey, you'll have my full attention, but for now, let me hammer this last day, because I do want to get home and rest. The 3 weeks, a lot of people might say, you must have had a great time. I did, but I was working hard. Luckily, it wasn't as hot as Kuala Lumpur. That was, I don't know how I managed that in 30-degree heat. This has only been 20, 21, 22. Anyway, up tomorrow, and no massive plans, but it will probably just be hit here, run up and down, try and get the wax wings again, maybe pop over to Peters Canyon Reservoir, and then we're going to go to see somebody tomorrow afternoon, and I'll probably finish up somewhere a bit closer to the sea, Huntington Park maybe. But until then, see you tomorrow. Okay.